Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to show you how to measure for coilover shocks on a custom chassis. Now this will work on a custom chassis that you're going to build for a resto mod. In our case, we're actually converting it from a C4 Corvette monoleaf to coilover. So we had to do a couple more things. We're going to show you exactly what we did on this chassis to make it work. Okay, the couple of things that we've done on this chassis is we have this chassis set up at the ride height from the ground to the chassis. That's real important because that's your starting point. You got to get your chassis ride height. We have measured the C1 Corvette ride height from the actual body mounts so that we can see where the body mounts need to be on this chassis. So we've got this chassis set correctly. The next thing you need to do is look at the wheels and tires that you're going to put on the car, and you're going to measure to the center of the hub, and that's going to give you your center hub wheel height, and this is about 12.5 inches. So we're going to go back over the chassis and we're going to set the suspension at 12.5 inches and then measure for the shock. Okay, the very next step is, now I've already bought my shocks and I already have them configured. So we're going to work around that a little bit here. I started at 12.5 inches to center of the hub. And at 12.5 inches to center of the hub, that is going to be my suspension ride height. So what I need to do is I need to measure the actual shock ride height, and that looks like we're going to be right in the 11-inch point. So we're going to need to find a shock that has a ride height of 11 inches. Now, we're doing it again a little bit different because we're doing a chassis modification. This chassis modification, you notice that the spring up on top is a little tight. Now, granted, this spring is going to sit much, much lower when it's compressed. It'll actually sit with a hat right in this range. But if I had had the standard size shock stud tower on it, this one is an inch longer than standard. And you can buy them through QA1 in 1 inch and 2 inch lengths. So I ordered shocks that were about 1 inch shorter than I needed. So I needed a 10-inch ride height. And the shocks that I came up on actually had a 9.5 to 10-inch ride height. So when I'm measuring in here, I need to subtract 1 inch to get to my actual shock ride height. So these shocks are correct for this car. Now, the next thing we do is, in this particular case, we had to convert the top from an eye shock to a cross clevis, and we ordered that part from Summit. We'll have a parts list. And additionally, this is an early C4 Corvette suspension A-arm setup. And their original setup had this aluminum plate on here. They were never designed to carry the weight of a coilover. So there's a company called Flat Out Engineering that makes this bracket. They make them in pairs, and they will mount on the lower A-arm. You have to drill slightly larger holes to mount them. And then this gives you a structural component to mount the shock to on the lower section, and we now have one on the upper section. We did have to do a little bit of grinding on the chassis just to make the clearance for the spring. Now the next step we have to do is actually put the coilover spring on. And we're going to go ahead and let this all the way down and extend the shock out. Now, when you're working with the QA1s, you want to make sure that the adjuster is all the way to the negative so that you can actually raise and lower yourself manually. If you turn it up, you're not going to be able to raise and lower the shock. Now, we got I believe a 7-inch spring for this, and which is what this shock calls for. But the problem is that when you try to install the hat, you can't get the spring compressed enough to install the hat. So we bought a tool that will allow us to compress the spring, and there's not many tools. We looked far and far around trying to find a tool that would do this, so we came across a tool that is used on motorcycles. And that is how we're going to solve our problem. So we'll get to that next. Welcome to the channel, and today we're going to do some problem solving on QA1 coilover shock extensions. Actually, it's the spring compression so that we can install a QA1 coilover on a shock where the coilover might be just a tad too long to get the hat on. Okay, we've mocked up the springs, the locking nuts are all the way down, the spring is on, and then have you ever found the time where the spring is just a little too long for you to get the top hat installed correctly? Well, that's what we're running into, and we have a solution for this. Welcome to the channel. Today we're solving a problem, and the problem is that the spring that we got for our QA1 shock, which is the proper spring, is just slightly too long to be able to get the top hat installed. We looked high and low to try to find a spring compressor that's designed for coilovers. Couldn't find one. If you have one and you know of one, leave it in the comments. We ended up thinking, well, hey, motorcycle springs are much smaller, so why don't we look for a tool that does motorcycle springs, and it should work just fine on the coilovers. So we found a set of these spring compressors for a motorcycle, and there's two of them. You put one on each side. They work with a threaded nut, work with either a socket or a nut head, so if it's tight to the spring, you can use a socket wrench. And then what these are going to do is compress the spring just enough for us to drop that new hat on. They also come with these rubber protectors for the springs so that you don't mar the springs, or you mar the springs as little as possible. So we're going to get right to it and show you how these things work. Okay, as you can see, I've already put my mar protectors on the spring, and we're going to tighten down the spring clamps. I want to make sure that they are on the right direction, and mine are twisted a little bit. I do have an electric impact wrench that will tighten these things down more quickly and easily. You want to be really careful when you're messing with springs. They do have quite a reaction. So now we're going to use the impact to tighten these down enough to be able to get this hat on. And you do a little bit on each side at a time. And you'll notice when you have to retighten the second one a little bit. And these are going to try to spin on you a little bit with this socket, so be careful. Still not quite enough, so we're going to tighten them down just a little bit more. And there we go. So now we're going to loosen them back up a little bit at a time. And it's as simple as that. Now you're ready to start doing your ride height adjustments, and everything else should go quite smoothly on these. So thanks for being with us at the Full Octane Lodge. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and come back often. And also, we're going to have this part, it's found on Amazon, so you can actually go on Amazon and buy this part, or this particular spring compression tool, and maybe it'll help you out with your QA1 shocks. Talk to you soon. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Our legal team made me promise to display this disclaimer before we ended the video. Please take a moment to read it before you make any buying decisions.